Hey, what's up? Doing my first ever PSA return. I started to open this, I had to stop the video and start it again, but whatever. So, weird feelings about this. This is my first ever PSA return. I sent 9 cards to PSA. Let me just get this open for you. And some of them were childhood cards. You know, it was more, I wasn't doing them because I thought they were valuable. I was doing it because I thought it would be cool, and they were cards from my childhood. And now they will be encased forever in here. This is kind of nice. And, you know, it's just kind of a fun thing to do. A couple of them were cards that I had pulled recently that I thought could be, you know, valuable and maybe support this hobby a little bit and make me a little bit of money or whatever. And my first experience has not been super. So I sent these off, I believe it was August 12th. And today is October 1st that I'm opening this. They just came in the mail today. So let me see here really quick. How many days are there between August 12th and October 1st? Just ask ChatGPT. There are 50 days. So 50 days when, you know, they tell you on the bulk that it's going to be 45 days. I mean, I guess it's not that far off, but yeah. So I sent these. I also just sent a huge batch of over 20 cards that I think should be pretty good. And the day after, the day I shipped it actually, I opened a single pack of Twilight Masquerade and I pulled the Greninja. So I did the like more expensive option for PSA to get that graded faster. And so that's going to come soon. But today we're going to do this, and I'm going to tell you something. Wow, this is... Okay, I'm getting a little excited now that I'm actually pulling them out and getting to see these cards. So this looks like a good one. I will tell you that I already saw the grades of these. So in the app, they let you, you know, they keep it secretive, but you can click it and see, and I didn't realize that. And I was like, man, I really want to wait till they come here, and I just couldn't wait. I had to look. So some of these I'm very disappointed with. And some of them I'm fine with, and one of them I'm very super happy with. So, here's the first card. To me, this looks really good. Hopefully it looks pretty good in your video. We'll just flip this over, and this is the Zapdos EX. I got a 9. I got a 9, and I'm so disappointed that this is a 9. I thought this would be a 10, and then PSA doesn't tell you why, you know, you get the grades that you get. You just kind of get them. And in their images, yeah, so there is a little whitening on this corner here. Hopefully that'll focus, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. And I'm like, you know, thinking to myself, I'm pretty new to all this, so it's not like I'm a pro and like I'm gonna know the grades of everything. But I'm thinking to myself, like, did that have that when I sent it? Because would I really send it with like a bunch of white stuff on the bottom there? Either way, this is a card I pulled. It's I love this card. It's really nice, and it's cool to have it in this, you know, encased like this. But I'm very disappointed it's a 9. If I would have known, I wouldn't have sent it as a 9. All right, next up, let's see. This one looks really good in the back, too. I would assume this is not a childhood card. Let's just flip it, and we got... Oh, my gosh, it is a childhood card. So this is a 4, my Venusaur. Now, man, the back of this looks really good. That's surprising. This Venusaur could have been a 2. I would have been happy. I did this... God, it looks so good on the video. I did this for fun because it's a childhood card, and I wanted to encase it. So this is a PSA 4. The holo, I can see. I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but the holo is all scratched up. I knew this card... Ooh, that looks so good. I knew this card was beat up. I knew this wasn't going to be good. It looks way better in the case, though, than, I remember it looking before I sent it off. I feel like this should be higher than a 4. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks so good. But the holo is super duper scratched. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So, centering looks nice and all that, but... So yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. That looks nice. All right, next up, let's see. This one, oh yeah, this is beat up. So there's almost like a little gouge there, maybe even a bend in the card there. Geez, yeah, this is a childhood card for sure. And this is the Shadowless Ivysaur. So not first edition, but I inspected this card, and I guess I must have missed whatever that is. Again, I don't think that was there. I must have missed it, but I remember really inspecting. I have a few of these. And a few of them have big creases and are pretty beat up. But I remember this one kind of thinking, man, it looks like there's a little crease there too. I remember thinking like, you know what, this one's in pretty good shape. It's shadowless. I'm going to send it. Let's just try it out. And I'm really regret that I did. I got a PSA 4 Shadowless Ivysaur that nobody's going to want. But, you know, look at that. We got those two together. That's kind of nice. Let me move this light here. Oh, that's the other light that's doing that. So, yeah, we got, you know, the Ivysaur and the Venusaur next to each other. So that's kind of cool. They're both 4s. Maybe I should grab a 4 Bulbasaur. Put those guys together. But that's not Shadowless. So, all right, this one, I know what this is. This is the illegal Grimer. So, if you know the story behind this one, this Grimer was redesigned before it came into English because it looks like, if you look at it, it looks like he's looking up that girl's skirt. And so they moved his little eye dots on the English card, so it's like he's looking forward. And this one can be pretty valuable in a 10. And so I was like, yeah, the centering's not that great. But again, the card overall, like, looks good. It looks really good. And it's a 5. Oh, maybe there's some stuff on the back. Again, I'm new to all this, so I knew I wasn't like a pro at it. Yeah, I guess if I look through here, I can see some little scratches and stuff on the back. So that must be like a big part of it. But this was definitely a card. I don't really have much of an attachment to this card. I just thought like, hey, if I could get a 9 or a 10 in this, that's a nice amount of money. But I could not. So I got a 5 on that one. So let's set these here so you can see them a little bit. There you go. All right, next up. Oh, the back of this is really beat up. So this is either, I'm going to guess this is either my Blastoise or my Ivysaur, my childhood card. So there you go. I don't know if you can tell or not, but the back of this is very beat up. And yep, there's Ivysaur number 2. So this is a 3. So it's interesting if we compare these, you know, a 3 versus a 4. Again, the hollow is really scratched up on both of them. Man, you know what? The front of this 4 looks really good. The front of this 3 looks absolutely awful. There's huge, like, look at this. There's huge gouges in it. Let that focus. Look at those huge. You can see those, like, huge scratches. The PSA 4 doesn't have that. So you're going to call this a PSA 3, even though, man, and it's so funny because PSA 3 is very good. PSA 4 is very good to excellent. Like, but it's like one of the lowest grades. Like, how are you going to call 4 out of 10 excellent? You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, this card is just a wreck. I'm surprised it's not lower than a 3, to be honest. But again, I did it for fun. Man, it's all wrinkled on the back here and stuff. So I did these ones for fun. I'm totally fine with that. No complaints here from me for that. So that is cool. I mean, it's nice to see those, and then we'll have them kind of like forever. I might sell the 4 in here. See how much I can get for that, and keep the 3, and you'll see why. I'll tell you why about that in a minute. So this card is absolutely destroyed as well, so this must be the Blastoise, I'm going to guess. Oh, yeah, there it is. Man, this card is nice. Yeah, you know, I think they must have, I don't know, these look better than what I even remember sending them. But so if you look at, like, this corner here, like, look at that corner. Hopefully you can tell it's like shiny. There's like some of the hollows coming through on that corner. All the sides are kind of like that. The hollow, I think, is pretty scratched on this one as well. Let me see. Oh, yeah, there's lots of scratches on the hollow from me. You know, 8 or 9-year-old me pulling it in and out of a binder and doing all that. So the corners are all beat up. So this is a 3. So what I was just saying is I might sell the 4 and keep these 2, and I might buy I don't have a Charizard. I might buy a PSA 3 Charizard, put these in some kind of case, these 3 together. That'd be a nice decoration. I feel like that would be kind of cool. But so, yeah, there's the Blastoise. That looks really nice. We'll put him over here. All right, we got 3 more here. Oh, let's see. How does this look? So the back of this looks a little beat up. There's whitening all along the top and the corners there. Hopefully you can see that. Not too bad. So I'm going to guess, what one was this? Oh, this must be my Charizard. Yep, so this is the Pokemon Rocket non-hollow Dark Charizard. Now, this is one that I really inspected as well, and I like this card. Again, this is a card from when I was a kid that I kept in my binder. And inspecting this, I thought it looked really good. I knew it had the whitening on the edges, but I had, you know, done a little bit of research about this and saw that sometimes a little bit of whitening you can get away with, like 1 or 2 specks, which is why, like this, I'm so disappointed this is a 9, because the front looks absolutely perfect to me. The back has 1 white, I guess technically 2 white specks on that corner, and that makes it a 9. I guess I should stop complaining about that. But this Charizard I really inspected, and again, this is from my childhood. It was in a binder, and I had penny sleeves on all these in the binder, but, you know, nothing hard. just in a 3-ring binder. And I saw a little bit of whitening on the edges, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for it because it's a cool card, and this can be very valuable, even though it's non-hollow. And a 7, I was pretty disappointed in this. The front, man, the front of this just looks awesome. Check this out. I mean, maybe you guys that are more experienced than me are looking at this and you're like, you're dumb. That's easily a 7. But to me, the front of this just looks perfect. I mean, it looks so nice. The back, lots of whitening all over the place. So I did not expect a 10. I was, hopeful like, hey, maybe they'll make a mistake or something and give me a 10. But, I was figuring a 9 on this one with just some whitening on the edges and really nothing else that I can see. But still a very nice card. Really nice to have it encased there. So I like that. And we got 2 more. What are they? I am forgetting, so this is kind of fun. So we have... Oh, okay, I know the last 2. So these 2 are going to be really good. Looks like we're saving the best for last year, maybe. So let's see. We got that. And this. Let's see. Which one? All right. This is the PSA 10, so we'll save that one for last because I can see, again, we have a little white in this corner here. And this is the Pikachu from 151. So that was the Zapdos from 151. And this is the Pikachu from 151. And both of these I pulled, and I felt very lucky and happy to pull these. And I kind of was like, dude, these are good candidates to be PSA 10s. I'm going to send them in. And I don't know if it's just my inexperience or what, but again, sorry, I don't know if I brought that up close, but you can see the whitening in that corner there. I'm guessing that's it. I'm guessing that's the only thing that brought this down from a 10 to a 9 is that one little speck of white, because again, the front looks great. It is, I guess, slightly off to the right. The centering there, I don't know, maybe if it was only the centering is off or only the white dot, it would have been a 10. I'm not sure. But either way, I mean, a 9's not terrible. And then you can sell them like this. It's just, I basically paid to get them graded and I won't really get any benefit from that. I'm finding that the graded moderns, if they're a 9, they sell for very similar to what a raw card will sell. Maybe because 151's getting a little hot right now. Wow, does this have scratches on the front of it? Or is it the plastic on here? I don't know. I can't tell if that must be the PSA case that's scratched right here, because this card definitely shouldn't have any scratches. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I like these cards, so I may keep them. I may sell them. I'm not exactly sure. But 151 is getting hot. It's blowing up pretty good. So, if these aren't worth that much now, I feel like I could sit on these, and these 9s will be worth a little bit more in the future. All right, and then the only PSA 10 I got, which I gotta say I'm grateful that I got it. I was very happy. Here we go. The Groudon 2023 from, what is this one? Paradox Rift? Is this Paradox Rift, I think? But what's crazy about this one is I had bought 2 of the Pokerev, I think Pokerev 5.0. I bought 2 of those Pokerev 5.0 packs, and I got this out of one of them. And I was like, whoa, this card's sweet. And I didn't know anything about it. I looked it up. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty valuable. So this is PSA 10. Everything about it is perfect. And I do got to hand it to PSA. When I look at these and I look at the pictures they upload on the app, which the pictures they put on the app are very nice, I immediately could tell that these 2, the Zapdos and the Pikachu, had a little white on the back. And the Groudon did not have that. And so I was like, well, I see why those are 9s. I'm really disappointed that they're 9s, but I see why. Versus the pictures that I saw of this on the app, I was like, well, I don't see anything wrong, so I guess that makes it a 10. Centering, though, is definitely not perfect on this thing. So if you look top to bottom, it is closer to the bottom by far than the top. So centering is not perfect, and it may even be a little bit to the left. And I don't know if it's me not knowing what I'm talking about or me being too picky, but I will tell you, the majority of the time I pull cards from packs, they are not centered on the front. There is no chance that the, going left and right are exactly the same. So again, for this one, guaranteed the bottom of this is a lot smaller than the top. And then maybe the left is a little smaller than the right, but that I'm not so sure about. But anyway, these, seeing these in person made me very happy. I'm very happy to get these and the Blastoise. They look very cool, all done here. This one, it was 100% a profit play. I'm going to be listing this on eBay and getting it sold. Maybe for a slight bit of a premium and let it sit there for a bit and see if someone will pick it up. I have like this CGC Mewtwo. I'll print one of these and I'll probably, you know, let them have that with the purchase. That's nice for them. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. I will do another one soon. I'm hoping my Greninja is a 10. It's in the encasing stage now, so they're done grading it, but they have not put the grade on the app. And then I just sent in a huge thing of like 26 cards to get graded, but I did the bulk grading, so it'll probably, like this, it'll probably be a couple months, especially this time of year. You know, so anyway, hope you enjoyed. Talk to you down in the comments.